Hello, Bloom with Deb. Thank you for joining us. I'm Deborah Burns. Today I'm interviewing a very good friend of mine. Her name's Veronica Martinez. She lives in Orlando, Florida. We are doing this over Zoom since I'm in Jacksonville, Florida. Veronica is one of those friends that we can go a year or two without talking, but as soon as we connect, we just reconnect very quickly as if time has not been an issue. Veronica and I met when she was in high school. She was involved in our high school ministry with Cru, and we have some crazy adventures. My favorite memory I have to bring up is the time that we got stranded on the side of the road on our way back from one of the conferences. We ran out of gas in the middle of the night on our way back to FSU. We pull over because we were singing and not paying attention. She was driving my car, probably with a Mickey Mouse or M&M white glove on at the time. So we won't tell mom and dad. The Mickey glove. And so we pull over. We don't know where we are. We don't know what to do. A car pulls up. A guy gets out. Tiny little guy, khaki pants, plaid shirt. I can picture his outfit and his body to this day. He got out and he was so scared. He goes, "This is not the good place to stop." He's like, "Do you know where you are? This is not safe." We're like, "Well, no, we don't know where we are." And he's like, "Well, you got to get on the road." I'm like, "We ran out of gas." So he went and got gas for us, came back, filled us up, followed us to the gas station. We fill up. I turn around. He's gone. I go in to pay. He already paid all of our gas for us. We, to this day, think he was an angel in khaki, but I just thought, man, he's coming home from Bible study at midnight. And, if he's not a good guy, I could take him. He was that little. But so that's our guardian angel, khakis and plaid. And he filled up our tank for free. And we went on our way and got home safely. So that is one of my favorite memories with Veronica. So welcome, Veronica Martinez. She's going to share her story, her ministry, and what God is doing in and through her life. Veronica, what is your favorite memory from our past?
Oh my gosh. I mean, I have to say hands down that one. But my second favorite would be when I visited you at work with my, at that time, 9-month-old, my firstborn, and you two just started laughing, like making each other laugh. And they just kept going and going. And it was so funny because it was like a little bit of laugh, and then it was like a little bit of laugh, and then it just got bigger and bigger and bigger. And we were all just dying laughing. So that is my second favorite. I mean, it's probably even, but that memory of running out of gas in the middle of the night, that was very special. Never to be forgotten.
Never to be forgotten, right? Your parents entrusted me to drive safely. I drove Olivia Morris through a hurricane on 95, and we were singing show tunes at the top of our lungs, didn't even notice the storm whatsoever. That's another great story for the book, so we'll save that for the Bloom book. But Veronica, catch us up on Trades of Hope. I love what you've been doing. How did you connect it? What is it? Tell us all about it.
Yeah, so I'm part of a organization called Trades of Hope, and it got started by a couple women actually in Palm Coast, which is just south of Jacksonville. And so they were two women who had different life experiences that led them to wanting to connect women here in the States with women around the world to make an impact and help them out of hard situations. And so that's what we do. They started it 10 years ago, and I got involved almost 7 years ago now, and have been part of Trades of Hope, and have a team of women around the country who are doing this with us. And we literally, we are the sales and marketing team for incredible women around the world who just need an opportunity to sell their beautiful products. We have earrings, jewelry, home decor, journals, scarves, bags. Like, we have all sorts of different products, and they're all made by incredible, resilient, talented women who are rising out of hard things like human trafficking, survivors of acid attacks, women who live in areas of extreme poverty, just really hard global challenge type situations that I always wanted to be part of, but it had no idea how to be part of. I was involved with the Orlando human trafficking awareness movement, and I thought, hey, this is great, but after a while I was like, I want to do more. Like, I want to do more than just say like this is a problem. And so when Trades of Hope came along, it was a great way to be able to tangibly make an impact for women around the world, and do what I can do from home while, there's other parts of the puzzle that are doing what they can do. So that's in a snippet.
Very good. Yes. So in those 7 years, have you done any trips to see or meet any of the women who make the jewelry?
Yes, I've actually had the incredible privilege of going to Haiti and Costa Rica. So in 2015, went to Costa Rica, a gorgeous country, but we had a chance to meet our artisan partners there, and that really solidified my passion and my commitment for the work. Because once our artisan partners became more than faraway partners and became really friends, it just changed it. And I really, at that trip is when I committed to being part of Trades of Hope. I always kid around and people hate when I say it, but I always say either Trades of Hope's going to die or I am. Like, I'm in.
Wow.
It's kind of that, for better or worse, commitment to my partners. They're my partners. And, just as much as I empower a mom in Haiti to keep her child out of an orphanage, she empowers me to keep my child fed. And so we really empower each other. It's a beautiful partnership. In 2018, I did have a chance to go to Haiti, and, we got to swap stories, and it's a beautiful thing to see the look on someone's face when they realize, like, oh, I'm helping her feed her child. Like, for them to realize that they're doing that for me, it just solidifies that like empowering cycle. And so I love the way we do it because, it's really dignified for all parties involved.
That's so important. And I'm not surprised that you're a part of a ministry like this, because ever since I met you, you were, doing mission trips with us. You've always been involved in church. You've always had a heart to serve. I've always wanted to have you on my team. If I were to do ministry, I've always wanted to have a place for you so I could pay you to share your gifts and talents. And that day may come yet, but until then, I'm just so excited that you are part of Trades of Hope. I love when you do just all the things that you put on social media to promote this. It doesn't feel like a gimmick. It doesn't feel, it is quality stuff. I've bought several pieces as gifts and things that I thought were going to be gifts, but I ended up keeping. So thank you for that. My husband thanks you. But I'm loving the bags, the box, the wooden box I have.
Yes.
I mean, just really, really cool stuff. So what we're going to do is share in the description how they can connect with you. How can they connect with Trades of Hope? What does it look like to, how many sales and marketing people are on the team? What does it look like to become a team member, like do what you're doing?
Yeah, so Trades of Hope is actually a really teeny tiny company compared to, it is a direct sales company that functions like a multi-level marketing. It's not a pyramid scheme, if anybody's heard of that. We don't make any money if somebody signs up, which is what pyramid schemes are, if you've heard of that. But for people to get in touch with, to find me anywhere, Gifts That Empower is, my Instagram, Trades of Hope, Venmo, whatever. It's all gifts that empower. And you can do .com or, search for me anywhere that way. But really, Trades of Hope is small, and there's such an opportunity for incredible growth, because the more women we have doing what I do, which is called a partner, the more women we have as partners, the more artisans that we can empower. And so for artisan groups that have women waiting, and even men, we have about 20% of our artisan, and we have groups that have people waiting to join them. We need to grow our, U.S. sales and marketing force in order for them to be able to bring on more artisans. So that's always been really motivating for me, knowing that there is a direct correlation between women hopping on and doing this. and mamas being able to literally keep their babies and not go to orphanages. And so the way to sign up and do what I do and give it a try, it's really, there's a kit that you buy, and it has there's 2 different ones depending on how many products you want to get, and it has a variety of different products from our artisan partners, like these earrings that I am wearing. These are by our artisans in Asia, who are literally women who have been rescued out of brothels. And this group is really incredible. They're doing some great work, not only because they're going into brothels and developing women and inviting them out, but when women come in, they get counseling, they get all sorts of healing, and they're able to get in touch with those skills and those talents that God has put inside of them. So the women rise up and they're photographers and they're accountants, and they're like, they blossom into who they have been created to be. And so you get this kit with all these, products that have stories that you touch and you feel connected to the women. And then you just get a chance to share that, and whatever that looks like for you. Traditionally, we've been a home party company. With COVID, that has shifted most of everything online right now. So we do online parties through Facebook or Messenger, Instagram. We also do, we have websites that you can just purchase things anytime. That is, and get a chance to, like you've mentioned, get gifts or get a little something for yourself. So that's some of the ways that we spread the word. We also do, like, again, pre-COVID, and we will again do like vendor events where different people come and shop. So lots of ways to spread the word, but it's a really low risk way to get involved in a way. And if money is an option, a struggle for people, and this is what I did when I signed up. When you host a party, you get hostess dollars that you get to spend however you want on whatever products you want. And you can actually take those dollars, buy your kit with those. And so it's a really nice way to keep the risk super low. Whenever people come join my team, I want them to know, start slow, build build slowly. I don't want you to get in debt doing this. I don't want you, sacrificing anything for your family. There's a way to do it that is really with good financial foundation. So that's how I cook my team.
I see. That's very good. How has it provided for you and your 3 boys? Tell us about your sons and how old they are and how you've been providing for them, how God has been providing for you.
Yes. Gosh, God's been providing for us in all sorts of crazy and unexpected ways. So that's been an amazing blessing. And part of that is definitely Trades of Hope. It's been incredible just to, I tell people when I have parties, I say, you're helping women around the world feed their babies, but you're also helping me. Like, this is not this disconnected thing. There was once upon a time when I was married, the Trades of Hope money was play money. It was just kind of like a little extra. But now it's really, helping to, well, right now, the parties that I'm doing now are going to help to pay for my summer semester for grad school. And so it's helped us in all sorts of ways, from feeding us to, fun things, to now helping me go to school. I'm in school for being a mental health counselor. And so it's paving the way to a new future. And it's really cool because we have artisans in India who also are using the money that they make to go to college and to get educated, and their kids to be educated. A lot of our artisan partners have opportunities for that. So it's just great to be able to connect with our partners in different ways now that I'm in this season of life.
That's awesome. I'm so proud of you.
About the ages of my kids.
Yes, tell them about your boys and their names.
I have 3 boys. Cool. They're awesome. I have a 13-year-old, a 9-year-old, and a 4-year-old. So a big range of ages, but it's great.
I can't believe he's 4. He's such a little tyke. Oh,
and he's awesome. About to be, next month he'll be 5.
Already next month. Okay. Yeah. Good to know. That's awesome. Now, do they go to school, or is school online for them? How's that working for the little one too? How do you manage?
Little one, Florida has the VPK program, and so the free VPK. So he is part of that face-to-face. He loves that, loves that. He was so sad that tomorrow's Good Friday and he doesn't have to go to school. So that he's loving that. Our oldest two, they go to virtual school. So we all school from home. My school is primarily online also. It's a hybrid, but it's primarily online. So we do a lot of school together. So it works because when they say, I don't want to write this paper, I say, I don't either.
It's awesome.
Because
you're leading by example. It's awesome.
Yeah.
I didn't realize I was a procrastinator until I had deadlines. I haven't had a deadline or anything due since college. So I'm like, what is this? Why am I lazy? I didn't know I was lazy. And I was like, oh, this is called procrastinating. I had to call a college student to say, how do you not procrastinate? What's the tips? And she's like, oh, you need to reward yourself. I'm like, okay, I'm going to have some ice cream. As soon as I finish this chapter, it's like, oh no, I got to find other rewards. It can't be ice cream.
Yeah, I give myself deadlines that are before the actual deadlines. And so usually what I'll do is I'll look ahead at what I need to get accomplished and make sure I space things out. So like last week was a lot. And there was like a lot of things. So it was like, okay, instead of pretending like I'm going to do all this on Friday, this one's due on Wednesday, this one's due on Thursday, for those things. And it was things that I could do like that. So really like setting my own deadlines. Does that always work? No, it doesn't. But good idea. And sometimes I do it. And when I do, I'm glad I do.
It's grace. That's the beauty in the process. There's grace.
Yep.
Now, so as a single mom doing school and running this business, how do you care for yourself? What does self-care look like for you these days?
Yeah, I love talking about self-care. I literally wrote a course. I have an online course about self-care because it's so important. And I see it as such a foundational piece of everything, because if we don't have that foundational layers set, then everything else crumbles. For me, I mean, I always start at the basics. Like I make sure I sleep and I prioritize sleep, because if I don't sleep, I get real cranky and real hopeless real quick. And so that, things like that, I always have at least 1 cup of water, usually like 1.5. I got, I make sure to get my liquids in. I eat. There's some room to grow in that area as far as like the health of my eating, but I make sure that I'm sustaining my body. Started rowing again. I used to row in high school, and I got my second stimulus check. I used part of that to get a little rowing machine, and so that has been just a great way to, with all this stuff, I can get stressed out and feel a lot of heaviness, and so trying to just let it out on the rowing machine, and have been really enjoying that. I also prioritize relationships. And so for me, I know that I have to be connected with people. And so whether it's, Zoom calls or phone calls or texting a friend, I have a couple girlfriends from our divorce care crew that we call the core four. So we just stay in, and it's the good and the bad, the ugly, I'm pretty genuine with my friendships and pretty authentic with where I'm at. So, when I'm struggling, I let somebody know, at least somebody know that I'm struggling, because I've lived the life where I tried to hold it all together and, be the good PR for God. And I realized that can only take you so far. And so to be able to be authentic with people that are in my inner circle and say, I need help, I need prayer, I need you to just listen to me vent. I need, give me perspective, like help me process this. So yeah, having that inner circle is really one of, those are probably my most important self-care behaviors.
I love it. That's so true. Good. I'm so glad you're taking care of yourself. And if anyone can, that is you. Whatever happened last time we visited at Panera, you talked about an online support group, some type of offering. It was called Flourish. Did that ever become a reality? I hate to put you on the spot, but is that still a vision?
It is
I know
still a
you've got
vision.
so much, you're so busy. This might not be the season for it, but what is
Yeah,
that vision?
it's not yet the season for it, but it's still there. The framework is still there. And the vision for Flourish is to create a community of people who wanted to grow authentically together. And that is really, in a nutshell, what it was, growing authentically together. And part of that was to create online courses that would help us to grow into better versions of ourselves, who we've been created to be. And so the first one that I put together was the one I mentioned, the self-care course. And I mean, that course is done. I recorded the videos, I did the handouts, I have the posts, the Facebook posts. It's a month-long course. I just haven't done it yet. And so with school, I've been so consumed, and with everything, I just haven't had the bandwidth to do it well yet. But I have used the content I do coaching, like on the side, personal coaching and life coaching. And so I've actually used the videos and used the content coaching. So it's not for nothing. And I think that one day I'll do the course. But
yes,
yeah,
that's
and I have a whole
fantastic.
list of I want to create a course on grieving. I want to create a course on like grieving well, supporting people who are grieving, dealing with sexual addiction. Like I have so many ideas. I have a whole list of courses that I'd love to develop. So see where it goes one day.
I love it. It's a lot like, I mean, flourish and bloom. I mean, we're on the same page, just wanting to encourage and equip women, no matter where they are and what season of life. We all need to support each other and be there for one another. And if we can give back to the next generation coming up behind us, that's what we're for. And we want to be those women that we wish we had in our lives if we didn't, right? And I think God is using our own experiences, our life experience, to prepare us to help others. And if we don't give back, then what's it all for, right? We all have a testimony. We all have something to offer, no matter what kind of mistakes we've made, no matter what. And I think the authenticity is key. And it's something we missed in our lives. We missed authenticity from our mentors sometimes, who put on a mask and made it seem like it was easy to live a perfect Christian life. Maybe they didn't show us enough grace and mercy. Maybe they didn't give us permission to feel pain and grieve when our expectations weren't met and when things didn't go the way we expected. So it's all a process. We're all on this journey. And I think Bloom and Flourish is going to, work hand in hand one day. It's exciting to see a student who is a young woman now, leading her family. It just makes me so proud to see God's journey and his hand on your life through these years, and the woman you've become and the incredible mom and woman you are becoming. So I just congratulate you for standing firm in your faith and making big, tough decisions for your safety, for your sake, for your sanity, for your boys. I just know God is working through all that, and he's going to continue to lead and bring women across your path who need to hear your story and connect with you and receive the hope and healing they need. So go ahead.
That is my prayer, that the experiences that I've gone through, that God has brought me through, that God has grown me through, that God has refined me through, would be able to empower other women, really, when it comes down to it. And even this morning, I was part of a video group for something and was able to share. It's interesting because even through the divorce, like the things that I learned, all the women were married, but I was like, this is what I learned. And they were all like, yes. And I'm like, this is not, like it's not me. It's the, okay, Lord, like the things that, the things that I've learned and gone through and the hard lessons. It's like, my thing is, we don't have to make all the hard, like, we don't have to learn the lessons the hard way ourselves.
Yes.
Learn
Yes.
so that we don't have to do that. So
So
that is
true.
that we can authentically encourage, inspire, lift up each other, and let ourselves grow from the inside. Not the, like you said, the masks, like not the masks, but like be who we are and let the authentic growth and the richness actually take place, and be with each other through the mess of it, because it's a little messy, but
Yeah, just a little. That reminds me, where's the book? Oh, here it is. I've been using this book with a group of ladies on Wednesday nights, Perfectly Yourself by Matthew Kelly.
yes, I saw your
Oh,
video on it.
so good. We're only, I was reading chapter 2 again today and touching on chapter 3. And I wish every young woman could read it now and not wait till later. But it does, it gives you permission to accept your limitations and weaknesses, but also see them as perfectly how you're designed. And that, yeah, there's so much to it, but good stuff. But I appreciate you so much. I appreciate your time and for coming on and being a part of Bloom with Deb. Thank you for having my back always, and know that I'm always here for you and I have your back. And, whatever happens in the future, I hope our paths will continue to cross, and I hope we'll be able to do ministry together one day. But thanks to the internet, we can connect with people internationally and make a difference in the whole world. That's crazy.
Yes.
I love that. All right. Well, God bless you. Thank you so much. Thanks for joining us on Bloom with Deb. Look forward to seeing you next time. And we'll again connect you to Veronica and Trades of Hope in the description below. Leave your comments and let us know how we can help you get connected. Take care. Have a great day.